Although an uptick in shelter use has been seen since the advent of the 24/7 model, there are still those who choose not to enter the shelter system. This can be for a variety of reasons, including those who are experiencing homelessness as a couple.
We've been married almost 20 years. We never been separated like that. And for to go to a man's shelter and she go to a women's shelter like that,
Yeah, that wasn't working.
it wasn't gonna work.
And that was the thing with my social worker. And she said, "So you
SOS.
willing to stay on the streets?" And I was like, "Yeah."
For these individuals who do not wish to enter a shelter, they can benefit from another innovation of the pandemic: safe outdoor spaces. These are temporary managed campsites that offer an alternative for those experiencing homelessness.
A lot of the gaps that we're really focusing on is not only that unsheltered population, but also the gaps in our current sheltering system, which is people that are identified as couples, people with pets, people with some mobility challenges. Of course, the unsheltered population is overly represented by people of color. So we really focus on people of color and also LGBTQ folks that may not feel comfortable in a genderized sheltering system.
And it's been awesome here.
It's nice.
Real nice. I mean, it's just like having your own little apartment. There's just the little bitty things that we forget that means so much. And I think I cried the first time when I came and I showered. I just cried, because I couldn't believe that I was actually doing this. I thought I was never gonna see that part of life again.
We try to really be person-centered. That is our first approach, is just how are you doing? What do you need? How can I support you today? And then from those conversations, then we build upon that with connections to the services that we bring inside the space: housing navigation, employment navigation. We bring in medical, dental, mental health, peer support services as well from other organizations. And so throughout that person-centered approach, we're also kind of dropping little gems about connections that are inside the site and kind of what we did to get out of homelessness and what they can do and things like that. From there, really, what you see is that spark of hope in somebody's eyes, and then somebody else's eyes goes, I want what that person has, and then that opens up additional conversation. So it's like a real beautiful community connection process through living in a community, in a shared space, but also having your own autonomy as far as privacy. And what you see is we all just build off each other and the successes, and we see friendships of support being built. Well, this is what I did. So it's a really beautiful it's a great process. It's beautiful.
In their short time of operation, this process has produced a number of success stories, as many have moved on to more permanent housing.
5 people were moved to our tiny home villages, and then 4 people were connected to permanent supportive housing vouchers within the first 6 months. So that was very exciting. I know one of the couples, so again, like we serve couples, they were experiencing homelessness and unsheltered homelessness for 12 years, and they're now in an apartment.
With 2 more SOS sites coming online soon, more residents will have the opportunity to use these spaces as they transition to more permanent housing. For more stories, check out Denver's YouTube page or tune in to Denver8.tv.